Yo, what's up? Welcome
Man,
back.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Welcome back to another episode of Disruption Podcast. You guys don't know how much pain we've been through just to
I don't
record.
care about this podcast no more.
I'm just trying to go home now, you know what I mean?
Man, everything's been failing on us today. Yo, what's up? It's your host, Noor.
It's your boy, my Weezy.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
You guys have been planning that, and it was so bad.
You guys are
saying?
so lame.
Steve
It's Maweezy.
Yeah.
And you got the prince soon.
Yo, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Everything technology is failing us
Nah,
today.
I'm stressed, bro. Like, that was a headache and a half, man. How long do we spend just trying to fix this podcast?
What time do we say we'll start shooting?
like
All right,
an
so
hour.
first of all, we said we'll start shooting at
2:45.
2:45.
Yep. So
right.
we got here.
Now, I got here 2:40.
Okay. No, you didn't. You got here 2:40. Yep.
Hey, how's the guy that was late going to tell me what time I got here?
Yep.
Right.
Sorry, you got here
So
2:40.
I got here 2:40. Carl's got here 2:45. We stepped
2:55.
in.
2:55.
I don't understand why we have to like put names to it though.
So Carl's got
I
here.
know, but they need to know who's actually taking this very
2:40,
serious.
2:55. Obviously, man finished work a bit later. Had to
Alright.
get this guy and that. So I
Alright.
got here 3:05.
Marwa
And
got
I had
here.
responsibility, so
Nope.
I came
At
at
3:30.
3:15.
3:30.
15.
It's definitely 15.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly. Go.
plus
And then
15.
Yeah, I know, right?
Work it out.
And then we wanted to start finally shooting at what time?
3:50.
3:50 slash 4 o'clock. No, it was not 3:30 when we wanted, was it?
3:50 we were ready. We
know.
sat down, we were.
And now, what time is it now?
5
What time?
o'clock.
Okay.
Wait, are you telling from 3:50 to 5 o'clock we could have shot an
Trying
app?
to, yeah.
We could have shot an app?
Whoa, we could have been wrapping up the app right now.
Bro, we would have been at home.
Honestly.
This is just silly. All right, anyway. How's everyone's week been?
I don't talk about it now.
I don't know, bro. I started saying it was good, when we shot the episode, like when we tried shooting before, but now I'm not even that. I'm not happy anymore.
Somehow this little hour ruined my whole week, somehow.
Look, the sun's down. I can't even say the fake ass summer thing anymore.
Can't say good weather anymore, bro.
I don't know about y'all, but I had a good week. My
yeah?
week was
What did you do?
pretty bright, pretty good,
did
pretty
you do?
crazy. Had work.
Okay, why are you talking like you're on speed, bro?
You know.
You're pretty good, yeah, man.
The charge might run out
Well.
on the iPad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, it's
How's
been-
your you were working with your racist friends?
Don't put that out there.
Oh, shit.
What if they listen to this? Oh my
I can't
days.
say that?
No, that's fine, I reckon. Censor
Nah,
it.
trust.
Not a friend. It was a client.
Yeah.
No, he's not racist. It's just he's
He
been doing
definitely
some
racist.
very
Questionable behavior.
yeah. That I'm kind of like I don't know if I'm comfortable working with you anymore.
Yeah.
But it's all right. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep you guys updated.
You gonna say what you saw?
Yeah. Hold on. It's uncomfortable. It's not racist, but what we saw was crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
yeah, we can talk about it, I guess.
So obviously we won't let it come out of Marwa's mouth, so
Alright.
she doesn't incriminate herself.
All right, you say it then.
Essentially,
I saw Marwa saw.
one of Marwa's clients searching up on YouTube how to own slaves.
That's not racist.
What do you do then? What do you do? But the thing is, honestly, is it one of those just rabbit hole situations where, like, you know,
No, it wasn't.
oh, this is
He actually typed it in.
how
Yeah.
do you?
It was, and I mean, he was reading a
Guys,
book on it as well.
the guy said,
so-
how do you return? Look at me, I was like, how does pass life?
That's mad, bro. Yeah, that's an interesting, interesting little dynamic situation,
I
bro.
thought of the worst. I can't say that.
Nah, trust. Don't say it. Don't say it. You don't want to do it, bro. You don't. You
Save it,
don't want to
please.
do it.
We've had enough troubles.
But damn. Other than that, we've been good. Hey.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
been all right. Just besides the fact that we might be going into stage 4.
Stage
Lockdown?
4.
Yeah, yeah.
So what would stage 4 consist of?
So it's meant to be. It's meant to
I
be
think
like
motherfuckers are
obviously,
retail.
yeah, more strict. So the only essential stores that will be open are supermarkets and pharmacies. I'm pretty sure.
And the Disruption Podcast.
Always open for business. And then they say that you're not allowed to leave your postcode, so you can't leave.
Boy, what am I gonna do in my postcode, bro?
So I think it's unless
So we're just twiddling thumbs for another 6 weeks.
Because
basically.
yo, if it's a 6-week situation, yo, that's
Yeah.
wild,
Bro,
That's-
no,
that's a
we can't do it
while.
for 6 weeks, bro.
Yo.
My 6 weeks, like, you can't leave your area.
But let's think about
How am I supposed to go to Queensland then?
Boy, oh no.
Stop. Too soon.
No, well, I wasn't even ready to jump into that. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
You went quick with it.
I didn't even warm up yet, brother. Come on, man.
I feel like they'll do it until they see numbers come down. Like,
Because the numbers are reckless.
Bro,
Hey, no, cap,
Daniel
free,
Andrews
yeah.
looks stressed.
Nah, free Daniel Andrews, free all the politicians, bro. Like, this is a tough time.
Bro, every time they talk, they're just so stressed.
Bro, someone was like, you know, when it's good news, he's wearing his Kathmandu jacket. When it's bad news, he's wearing his suit. I haven't seen the Kathmandu jacket in a long time, bro.
No, I was just gonna say, I
The
don't
last time I saw it was in March.
I don't
bro.
think he's washed the North Face jacket. The guy's just there all the time, like 700 cases.
Hey,
Bro,
but
that
no lie,
Kathmandu
he looks
jacket
stressed,
has
bro.
not come
Yeah.
out.
There's a lot of
I mean,
pressure on
why
him,
wouldn't
bro.
you be stressed? Yeah,
Nah,
like,
like,
he's,
I actually feel sorry.
Shout out to the guy, bro.
I actually genuinely feel sorry for the guy for being in the position. Maybe, you know, I don't know, man.
I mean, he said it himself. He said the decisions don't ultimately come down to him. He's just giving the
the deliverer.
information
Yeah, that's
that
true.
the background people are giving to him, except he's going to receive all the backlash because it's like,
He's
well,
the mouthpiece.
Yeah,
Madness.
He's the
which
one
is
that's
unfortunate.
yeah,
but
he's the one that's ahead of it. Yeah, so it makes sense.
It's crazy times, man.
we're praying for better
But
days.
if that happens, that's gonna push everything back.
Bro,
I'm,
you guys-
I'm gonna run it back. Rook, always saying.
You guys realize? Sorry, we've been talking about this stuff since like episode 40 something.
Word. Yeah, true. When we were in the first lockdowns, and
Every time we talk
and
about it, it
did-
gets
and
worse
we did
and
the
worse and
Zooms.
worse.
Ew, bro.
Yeah, far out. No.
And I full said, God forbid we ever go back to that. And now, it's looking a bit interesting, eh? Fam,
It must
trust.
be a must.
Everyone's doing New Year's on Zoom, bro. Yo.
Yeah, thinking about
Christmas
it.
as well. Or Christmas is first. But
I know. Actually, I don't mind that if
I-
everyone experiences Christmas how I experience it every single year for once.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
What happened?
It's always just me and my family. Just 4 people.
Okay,
in the
I
house.
just want to know why
Why'd
you
you have
sound.
to, like-
Yeah, well, why does that so
Why do you
depressed?
sound?
Okay.
I want
everyone
everybody
to
to
feel-
finally.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually.
To finally experience having my
I didn't realize
mother
this
and
was a
father
problem.
love me and be
Hold on.
I'm like, whoa.
This is
Guys,
a loud
Noah's
episode.
actually hurt. Like,
Yeah, no,
can you explain?
I've talked about
like,
this before,
what's
haven't
wrong?
I hate it.
Why?
You want to be out? Oh, you want your big
Dude, why don't you
I
go
want-
out?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to do it with family, but it's like, where's the extended,
Extended
family?
family.
You know what I mean?
Cousins.
Who am
and
I going to
all
go
that,
to a
yeah?
friend's house on Christmas?
Yeah, you
Bro,
can't be
get
doing
out of
that.
my family.
Like you do the, you know how you do the hopping situation, whatever. But
Bro,
you
the hobby
always still bring
situation is
it
the
back
best
to
thing in the
fam.
world, bro.
Yeah.
After church, and then you go to people's houses. Hey, you go to next house.
Yeah.
You always eat something when you get there, and then you go next, and then you get home.
But you
see,
need that full. At the end of the
Oh.
day, you know, it's going down in my
And then
fam's grip.
that's the thing. Oh, like for us, like
Happened
here and
before,
there.
yeah.
Like we'll go home, chill for like half an hour. Everyone living there has to go to a barbecue,
Yeah,
bruv.
yeah.
The whole world is there. Oh, it's a vibe, bruv.
Yeah.
So Zoom, huh?
So celebrations, huh?
Man ain't having no hot boy summer, bro. That's crazy.
legs across my side of the table?
Me?
Oh, this guy.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah, you're talking
Fam.
about Queensland. What's wrong with Queensland?
Nah, real quick, even forget me, bro.
Yeah, just let it go.
just go talk on. I told you I don't
The
like
guy,
this
the guy, the guy
podcast
sick of himself.
anymore. Forget,
Yo, we are
man.
flustered. Today's episode is crazy.
bro. What are you saying?
I don't know. How do you guys feel about that whole situation with the young girls that went to
All
Queensland?
right, yeah. There's a lot. There's some layers to that, man.
There's layers.
Obviously, I will do a bit of backstory. So, huh? Yo, there's first of all the news article headline is madness.
Oh yeah.
Dumb and
It
Dumber.
is,
That's
yeah.
come on. They did too much with that, bro. They actually did too much. Noah's off the podcast. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened
What's
prior.
Hey,
to
what's wrong with no?
I don't know, bro. He thought of something. But let me explain a backstory of like what the heck went down. Yes,
Yeah.
obviously, two young girls. They Queensland residents, and they
I want to know what this guy's laughing.
came.
So let me just. We're planning on talking about the Shemima Bigham thing, yeah?
No, we're not
In a
doing
bit,
that.
yeah?
Okay.
Yep.
I just pictured her face.
Oh my gosh, this guy's trash.
Her face in the video
This
right
guy's
now.
trash, bro.
Nah, this guy's trash. Yeah, hey.
Bro, the names are hectic too. So obviously, these two young girls came from Queensland residents. They flew, obviously during these times as well, let me mention that, preface that. So they flew from Queensland to Melbourne or Victoria, right? Whatever happened down while they're in Victoria. And then obviously Victoria is a hotspot right now too. So all the other states are not really trying to have any Victorians anywhere else.
Yep.
And then these girls came from Victoria to New South Wales. And then from New South Wales to Queensland without actually stating that they'd been in Melbourne prior. And then came out that one of the girls actually became positive for COVID. And yeah, basically a whole thing went down. Like they're saying, yo, you're jeopardizing the lives of people in Queensland. We're having it all under control. And here you are,
And in Sydney as
behaving
well.
reckless and selfish. And then Sydney saying,
Because they said they
saying the
stayed
same
there.
kind of thing.
Apparently they stayed there for
9
10
or
days.
something.
Yeah,
9, 10
in
days,
Sydney,
whatever,
yeah.
right? Okay, so that in and of itself, hectic, reckless. Like that's madness. What happened there? You know what I mean? These are crazy times. It's not worth risking it to come down for a party apparently or whatever happened. Yeah. Now, what also went down is the fact that the faces and names of these girls were exposed to basically media everywhere, man. Across Australia, probably even internationally, this is being mentioned and talked about, right? That's wild, man. Like faces plastered on newspapers, on magazines, on like, you know what I mean? The
Is that legal?
I think they can.
Yeah, they
but
can do that.
They just haven't done it previously. I think that's where the issue lies.
other people, innit?
Yeah, they haven't done it for other people.
So yeah, obviously that was out. What's the word? Outlash, backlash.
Backlash.
Yeah,
No.
whatever. Yeah, there was backlash,
Backlash.
right? From like, how they handled that and the fact that their faces everywhere, names everywhere. It's like everyone's like, yo, this is clearly, and sorry, I should have said they're African girls, right? So everyone's like, yo, this is, no one's done this for any of the rich white people or et cetera, et cetera. It's like, why is it that these
Or the security guy
or the
that
security
Yeah.
guards
went to handle some quarantine.
yeah, man, nah, that's another something as well, man. But yeah, essentially they're like, yo, this is clearly a target on African people. They've been waiting. Everyone's like, they've been waiting to finally have something to hang on the African community. They flopped when they tried to blame it on the whole Sudanese community.
Oh yeah, Sky
Bro,
News.
choked, bro. They flopped with that, and then obviously Black Lives Matter protest, no active cases traced back to that actual protest itself. So then everyone was like, yeah, this is clearly just finally they're like, yo, we've got something kind of moment. You know what I mean? So yeah. What y'all saying? Because I know there was some interesting opinions on this table, innit, about that.
I think what those girls is stupid as.
What they did, yeah.
What they did is very, very,
definitely.
very dumb, and they should honestly, I don't know, arrest them. I don't know what the right repercussions should be, but
fair, yeah.
they should be
They have
to
been
the
fined
fullness
already.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
According-
they've been fined
but is
already.
it-
4,000 each?
According to the law,
4,000 each is nothing, to be honest.
Yeah.
for
For the
that
potential
situation.
of what they've
I think the timing of it at like right now, because this is like a hotspot right now. Think about it. We're thinking of stage 4,
Yeah,
right? If you're thinking of stage 4 and you're to do something like that,
yeah.
that's hot, man.
Especially because everywhere around you is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're
gooder.
from. They were
Because-
down to like
Because
less than-
Sydney,
not
yeah.
even double digits.
Yeah, because Sydney was beginning to control their cases from what I heard.
So they're not from here.
Nah.
So what
Queensland.
what did you need in Melbourne that badly? That
They came shopping, is what it said. They came to do some shopping. I think allegedly. Let's not, even though it's written whatever. They came, so they did some shopping. They went to a house party, and then went off back to their places.
the heck, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like the media, I think they definitely have a history of like dragging things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And especially at a time like this, where the only story that they have is virus.
Yeah.
When they see a story that
It's a bit juicy.
is a bit juicy, they wanna drag
gonna
that
get extra
story.
clicks.
Yeah, honestly, like think about it, Harold Sons, cause who even reads it anymore, right? Especially at a time like this right now, who even bothers to look through the papers?
Yeah.
But now when you got something to kind of show for, kind of thing, and of course they're gonna keep doing that. They have a history of doing that, so I can definitely say the way that the media handled this was just disgusting. Like I think we could all say the way they did this was just disgusting.
Yeah.
I think the reason they kind of got dragged extra as well is obviously because they were found like positive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now one of the
definitely.
young girl's sisters had become positive as well, right? So, because I was thinking, right, because I feel like they would have found out before it became a headline that they were, you know what I mean, moving around. But it's obviously when that girl now became sick and all that. I don't know if they maybe did contact tracing or whatever to try to, and that's when they found out. But I feel like it's when it's like, oh snap, like okay. Because think about this, if there was no, like, if she was actually fine,
Yeah.
would it be dragged as heavily? Do you think?
Nah.
Definitely not. And we've seen that with some cases that's already happened, right? And I was telling this guy, and I think I was telling Daniel before a few days ago, with the lady, I forgot her name, the lady with the truck where she was crossing borders.
You
Yeah.
black,
Is that her name?
something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you guys don't know, this lady, she was crossing borders and then she didn't have no mask on or nothing. She didn't want to provide details to the police. She was like, because I asked her, hey, where you going? And so on, so on. She's like, I don't have to answer your question. So on, whatever. She recorded that of herself and then she crossed. She was able to cross the borders or whatever,
Oh,
right?
this is the one where they punched her windows in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so she uploaded that and then everyone's like, whoa, wow, that's the, like, what are you doing kind of thing, right? And obviously she wasn't tested positive, yeah. But she was dragged on media for like a whole week. And just a few days ago, they arrested her. They found her first and then they arrested her as well.
Wait, why is she getting arrested? I don't get that either.
I think because
you don't want to cooperate?
yeah, like, yeah, all that and providing information that they need to know. They want to know where you're coming from because this thing is a hospital right now. What's going on is hot,
Yeah.
right? They obviously, in case you were tested, because they don't even know if she was positive or negative as well. So if they don't have that information, you go to another state and then you're positive and they're going to continue to spread it there. That's why they need to know that. So then now, a few days ago, they were able to charge her and arrest her for multiple charges. I'm thinking multiple charges? Like, you get what I'm saying? So now fast forward to this situation, to answer your question, if they were negative or positive, would the situation change? Definitely would change, right? They might still, I don't know if they'll go as far as arrested, but probably just getting charged. Because like, you had the potential to put people's life at risk. It was just lucky that you didn't have it. That kind of thing. You get what I'm saying? But it's the same as like, you had a gun on you, but you didn't use it. You get what I mean? It's like, okay, we're going to charge you for having that gun, but we can't charge you for murder because you never shot.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
True.
But yeah, man, it was. I think it's why a lot of people are getting mad as well is because there's examples from, like, I know, other weeks where
Similar stuff
Similar
has
kind of
happened,
thing
but
has happened.
nobody. I think to put their faces out there is bad, especially
scary.
in a in the culture that we live in, where it's
Yeah.
like everything's digital and no one forgets that stuff really, or even if they do, it's like it's one search away, right? Like these girls, like I think they're very very dumb the decision they made, but they still like have a future ahead of them and stuff.
yeah,
It's
because
like,
imagine putting that on the level of
19
someone.
only.
'Cause
I
think
didn't
about
even think about that.
No, that's what I was
bro.
thinking about. That's the
Yeah.
first thing that came to
Yeah.
mind. Because think about obviously someone who's on the sexual predators list, right? Every job they go to, they got to state that. Or do you have any criminal record? Blah blah blah. You state that, right? But in this instance, I don't see this fully as I wouldn't put that on a criminal level as such. It's
it's a
because
very
of the ti-
dumb thing to
yeah,
do, but it's not.
It's also
yeah.
the only reason it's dumb and slightly criminal is because of the whole potential to cause harm to
Yeah,
people
yeah.
That's
side
true.
of it.
Imagine if it was
the
to put death
potential,
to- yeah.
you know, is like because it could honestly be you could have Rona and you don't even be spreading it around.
That's true
to
because
people like
under
that. You know what I mean?
normal circumstances, if they just came down to Melbourne for a weekend of shopping and party, like that's pretty normal.
But
an acceptable-
let's
Yeah,
say
yeah.
for some other reason and it wasn't because of there's a virus going around. Just for some reason we're not allowed to be traveling in and out. You know what I mean? But then people do that. It's not a law, but you're saying you're not allowed to, and then people, two people do that or whatever. You're not going to be having a criminal overhang over you, and people are going to look at you constantly with a side eye. But now that's hectic, man. Like,
I think
Yeah.
because when they look at what a criminal manner is, they're looking at not complying with authority, not answering questions, not providing identity to when it's required, and
False
lying
information
about
and
it as
stuff.
well, false information. All that is like
so they did all that as well.
apparently, I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah.
apparently they
That's
gave
what they're
like
saying,
apparently they gave like the wrong name and all that stuff as well. So when we're thinking of act of a criminal manner, like we're not thinking of like robbery and all that stuff. There's little things when you lie to the cops and that it's like we're gonna use that against you.
Yeah, that's true.
Kinda
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
It's
At
almost
that point, that becomes a crime.
yeah, and that's what I was
Because
saying
whose
to
name
Daniel.
did you think of?
Yeah, basically,
You know what I mean? Like whose name are you saying?
it's the same as like Daniel's like, if I did something wrong and you were there or whatever, and I said, hey, yo, if the cops come to your crib,
Yeah.
just say that you didn't see nothing,
Yeah.
but he saw something.
Yeah.
And then they go to his house, they're like, hey, yo, mate, this
Yo,
night, were you there?
complicit.
Did you see anything? He's like, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. Thank you for your
then they
cooperation.
find out.
Later on, they see a camera, they see Daniel standing next to me, seeing everything. They're gonna go to your house. They're gonna do something there with you, bruv. You're gonna get charged. You can get arrested for that because you just lied.
then gets the book, bro.
Yeah, it's against the book. So you see, something simple as that can be enough for you to be like, all right, Daniel,
Yeah.
you're coming with us.
I think,
Why?
Yeah, no, the whole situation is just very unfortunate. And once again, we keep stating that we don't condone their behavior because what they did was definitely reckless and it was, putting a lot of people's lives in danger, especially where their hometown, Queensland, they literally were down to I don't know if it was one, but they said not even double digits for the coronavirus. So now, we never know
I just
what
hate
will.
hearing coronavirus nowadays.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sick
yeah,
of
yeah.
it
I
talking
Yeah.
about it.
But yeah, no.
hate hearing the word
So,
now.
so we don't know what their actions are going to cause a few days from now, a week from now, whatever. But to put their name,
Yeah,
their
that's just
photo, the places where they work as well. Because one of the girls, the schools that she works at, they put it
Right,
up
they
as
said
well.
she went to school
They
the next
put-
day. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
they put
Bruv.
everything, and once again, like that's pretty like silly of them to do, to go back to their workplaces after all of that. But to put all of that information out there, like this is something that's out there for everyone to see, like forever. As we said, these days when you go for a job interview or whatever, all they have to do is just type in your name. Everything will come up.
I was
Everything
also
that's
thinking
ever
that,
done.
but yeah, I was also kind of thinking like, because, you know, God willing, we get through this, you know what I mean, this situation and that. But then I was like, all right, so I think, I don't know, 5 years down the line, whatever, 3 years down the line, when people are looking back at this period of history, like, as an employer, when you see that, or you might want to open the lid before you try to take a drink. When you see that, are you like, oh, I can't hire you because of this part
I think
of your
that
life?
depends on the person. Because for me,
Yeah, it depends.
You know what I mean? Like,
shoot, I don't know. It depends on the type of job. Because if I'm trying to hire someone like this,
and apparently, sorry, real quick, they're facing 5 years jail time apparently as well.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was what. That's what.
Hopefully they don't. Hopefully it's just them getting charged, but hopefully they
Yeah.
don't get
Yeah.
But
to that point.
Yeah.
what you saying?
I don't know. I'm torn. I get both sides of the whole thing.
I get both.
Even the
sides too.
Eve thing, though, I don't see why she should get jail time for that.
What's Eve?
Isn't that
Oh,
the name of the girl that crossed
Yeah,
the border?
no.
on
See,
honor?
that one's not that crazy to me. Like
Yeah.
you got your windows punched
Yeah.
in.
like, I'm like,
That's a bit excessive.
I know these are crazy times, and you want to make examples of people.
Although-
but like,
But that's the thing. I think
This is their life as
but at the
well,
same
bro.
Time, I think I agree. But
know
I
what
think
I
like you know,
they be letting freaking serial killers and on some light stuff, and
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
know,
it's
child
confusing.
predators
Yes.
on light. You know what I mean? And someone that said, I don't want to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Imagine she got 2 years for that. That's not right.
That's
Yeah,
silly.
no.
That's
I don't think
I think
it's
it's
right, yeah.
confusing where it's like so many people you see get put on like they're sentenced whatever, and then they get let out early or on good behavior or all that kind of stuff, and it's like then they go reoffend and stuff like that. But and then we want to put people away for things like this.
Like that.
I'm confused by the
If they do, it would only be
Standards.
because they're trying to like
Make
use,
examples.
make an
Use an
example,
example
out of that person, which
Yeah.
is like it's not right. But what I was saying before Daniel interrupted me
Oh, word.
was the fact that like two things. I know some workplaces they don't reveal the person who has coronavirus, so it's just kind of like oh, your person in your workplace has the virus, but we're not going to reveal who just because of like issues that might occur. Which is I'm like in this.
don't they realize it's just the person that's not showing up for 2 weeks?
I mean, if it's a big workplace and multiple people aren't showing up, you don't.
where's
you don't-
Shania? She hasn't been here for a week and a half. Sugar
Must be
dog.
right.
Oh my
Stress leave.
So yeah, I mean, and like we said, there have been lots of people where we just see the age, and we see, white man or so and so has contracted and they went all around and they don't bring the name. And the second thing is like, aside from all of the law stuff that has been going on, people have been
Yeah.
so
That's madness.
disgusting
Yeah.
in the comments. I
Oh,
think that's
yeah.
the one thing that like pissed me off about this whole thing. Because I'm like, how can people be so cruel? Like, I understand what they did is wrong, but when you start coming for their appearance, start coming for them
That's
being
just
black
silly.
girls, start coming for like, where, why? I don't
know how
could
any
not
of that-
wrap my head around it.
Fam, the one thing I always try to figure out is how the media gets people's Snapchats, bro. Like,
How do you get the videos?
yeah.
How do you get it?
I'm always
Someone's
seeing
Someone's
it in.
sending it in.
Someone's
But at the
sending
same
it in.
time,
There's a bag when you send it in.
oh damn.
Is it?
Yeah, like they will pay money. Like
crazy.
the first people that
Might
would have
have
sent
to
a
delete what
Snapchat
I
of
just
whatever
saw.
party or
Wow.
whatever,
Yeah.
be like, okay, here's 5K or whatever.
But yeah, now
and then
people been moving mad on the
even
comments.
death threats, like the girls have been
Oh,
putting up
yeah,
Snapchats of death threats that they're getting from like older people, and I'm like, you're an old person who has kids. If your kid did this,
I don't condone
and-
death threats and all
No,
that, but
no.
like I can see how in these times, in these crazy times,
But
that
pe-
people
Nah,
want to
fam,
be like,
no,
but people want to be like, oh, I am doing the right thing, and then
People
they
have
take it to
gotten-
that level. It's not right, but it's like that's what happens.
But
in some
to be
people's
honest,
minds, like,
when-
oh,
when-
you
when-
are so bad, I'm so good. Let me,
Yeah.
you just, you know what I mean? That's like, what the heck?
I think
It's a
when
weird
people get
switch.
like, again, it's tough times. The law is tough right now, and people are getting tough, and so on, so on. So
Everyone's tense, bro.
So people are not reacting usually the same way that they were to react to things back then, right? Because things have changed, right? And going back to the career thing, if this thing was to ruin their careers, that'd be like terrible. But at the same time, I'm like, a lot of things happen.
Imagine your job is about caring for the community.
Yeah,
and
but
that's the
I
role
just-
you're applying for.
Yeah, but at the same time,
probably not
imagine
gonna
like
hire
2
you.
years time, a lot of things would happen, and then
In
it's,
that space of time, yeah.
yeah, like a lot of things
That's
gonna
what I was thinking. I
happen
was
to
like,
a
is
point
this
where it's
something
like,
that people are gonna look back on? You know
Yeah.
what I mean, and be like, oh yeah, like I said before, like
Okay.
oh,
Think about
this
that.
is-
Could even
the
go-
pandemic is over.
No, this
It's a
is
pandemic.
this is how all that matters for them now is that if it goes wild in Queensland,
Oh, they're gonna blame
that's a
them.
problem.
Yeah, they're gonna
If it doesn't
blame
go
them.
wild, people are gonna forget it in a couple
Yeah,
of years,
for sure.
and even like in the future jobs, whatever, people are gonna be like, well, nothing really happened. But if
Oofed.
yeah,
I don't know, but
it's like stealing
yeah,
a car when you're 15, right? Like you might do it, and
And it's
people will be
bad
like,
at the
"Oh, this
time.
is terrible." But then if you accidentally hit someone and they die,
Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine
It's
you
a
saw,
problem.
then you hit, and then they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
Nah, that's wild, man. Wild things, bro.
damn, man, that's actually mad, bro."
So obviously today was a great day. You know what I mean? Beautiful weather and that. Gonna be excited of like when we're free, man's gonna be out and about. Not flirtatiously.
Nah,
but
just say it, bro. Just say it.
just having just having a great time, yeah. I mean, when summer's here, if we get summer, right? But for some people, summer's right now. And people who have been having a great
Bro.
old time. The time has never stopped. You know?
For me,
they
when
said before I step out today, shorts or jeans.
What
They don't
you
care.
Think, you think that's
people
what
are
I'm talking-
stepping out.
Oh, you okay? Oh, you mean step out?
People are
Step out.
stepping
Yeah,
out.
yeah. People
Yeah,
be having
people are.
fun.
They are.
bro, yeah, it's madness.
And
That's what I
obviously-
was telling Daniel yesterday. I was
What?
like, people on my Snapchat, it seems like as if
Oh, man, ain't no-
nothing has
That's what
happened,
I was telling
like,
Noah
at
before.
all.
I was just like, bro, I don't know where these guys are staying. I don't know if it's Melbourne or UK. I don't know. Like I actually don't know. But it's like wherever you at, I want to come.
Bro,
Yeah, it makes it look
how
like, are
is
we in the same
UK
Melbourne?
having a
Bro.
great time.
Bro, okay, I want to
I want to know.
This is where I'm sick of this
How are
virus.
people traveling to Spain and Italy?
Bro, did I don't know if we talked about this last time.
I think
My-
yeah, he's your friend.
Bro, this is just stupid.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense. I don't
not.
get it. Why are we in such an extreme condition? Which I'm like, okay, again, see, I believe everything, I believe nothing. Like, fair enough if our cases are that bad.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
But
in
we
our
have 41
proportion, right?
people in ICU out of 5 million.
Word.
Whoa, 41 out of 5.
Out of 5 million.
Oh, but at the same time, not
I-
5
I
million
don't know
people
how many
are
people
with
live
the
in-
virus. Or,
I would say most of Melbourne and Mitchellshire is the population of Victoria.
Are you saying 5 million what?
5 million.
Oh, 5 million
population,
Vic?
like,
Yeah.
no,
Okay. Yeah.
Right? What else? 5 million or what?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
they meant 5 million people who run in the world, 5 million.
No.
Wait,
5 million ICU beds. Bruv, give us, you know what I mean?
All right, no. Out of the 5 million population of Victoria,
That sounds better.
41 people
Yeah,
as
yeah.
of today are in
ICU situation.
ICU. Yeah, I'm like,
no,
that's
not bad numbers. That's not bad. It's actually,
right? Like,
Wow. Yeah. Let's not lose track of where we're going though, because I want you guys to keep this energy that
no,
I'm
think
in
about
right
it.
now.
40 out of like how many people
Okay.
have been. Look at the
okay,
comparison, bro.
but then you look at like the US, UK, whatever, and you're like apparently, what was it? US's rate, our rate is US's rate every 10 minutes,
Word.
something like that. Yeah. It's
But then
stupid.
have they?
I know they got a much bigger
Yeah.
population, probably more beds, whatever. But it's like,
But they're still-
surely not that many more beds per capita. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, what? Because these guys
Like,
are
what's
out here
their
having
sitch?
parties, fam.
Is that looked down upon, or is that one of those things that the
No, fam. People are opening fire hydrants in the streets of New York to fill up their kiddie pools in the middle of the road, and they're all like, let's get this, and they're just jumping in there. What is? And we're just at home like,
I don't know about US, but UK is loving
UK
it.
is
there.
loving it. The park
It's
is
not
popping, bro.
Oh, no,
I'm
so you
seeing
know what the UK
bare
did?
snaps.
from what I heard, apparently they have halved the price of everything in terms of
Like rent. Or-
restaurants and stuff like that.
Okay.
So let's say you go out, your meal is $20, yeah. You pay 10, the government pays 10.
Okay.
So if
Ooh.
they're trying to encourage the
Like people to
That-
come back
this is
and
what
be
I heard.
spending
Yeah,
it
I'm not.
out.
I don't
That'd be
know.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it's actually pretty smart if you don't have many cases
Yeah,
or
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But I don't even know, man.
But they out and about, man. And it
Everywhere.
really, I'm not hurt, but I'm hurt, yeah. But like, I'm just like,
Oh my
fam, this is too much, man. And not even, no, let's not even go as far as UK. I got friends in Perth, friends in South Australia. Tell me why my friends in South Australia having a great old time bowling, parties.
life is normal.
Life is normal, bruv. Yeah.
Do you
It's a
guys?
situation.
Would you guys actually be down to like rent a place on like the coast of Victoria or something? But
Like
we all
when?
like live like now.
Like right now?
Yeah, like
Oh,
right
like
now.
live together.
Like, and just all live together.
Okay, so how do we like work?
Yeah, we don't have to.
like, what do you mean we don't have to?
JobKeeper come through.
Fam.
like live all together.
Intern V, you down?
It's your girl in
Yeah, shut up, bro. Because like, yeah, they're free there. Hey, I mean now they got to wear masks and that, but
Yeah, not that to a mask. Yeah,
but like,
Imagine being allowed to go to a restaurant.
bro, that's the funny thing I've ever
Nice.
saw. Was
That'd
it?
be nice.
I think I showed you. It's like you can't have more than
oh
how many was it? You can't have more than 2 people at your house.
Yeah.
but you can go out to the,
the
pub,
pub.
for a drink. So I can't. So instead of me inviting you over, I say, yeah, you know what? Let's go to the pub.
Wait, so my question is, right? Y'all want to be released into the wild to
Yep, let
have
me hear
a
it.
good
Let's go
old
to the Wild
time,
Wild
let me hear it.
West.
Let me hear it.
right? To have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good old time.
No, yeah, okay.
So with
Yeah.
the current circumstances, right?
Okay, I
we've
got-
already had like a day 700, another day 600, whatever.
trust they're making it up, but yep.
Let's say
hear
they
it.
open up the doors, they
They
let
said
y'all
which
run
number
wild.
today?
Are
Yeah.
y'all? Are you
Okay,
guys gonna
so
go?
a couple of things, yeah, couple of things.
Okay,
With the current circumstances?
This guy did this.
No.
Listen,
Couple of things.
Couple of things, right?
Go
Number
ahead,
one.
explain.
Yeah.
Yeah, go take it.
One,
Yeah.
I'm tired of this situation, and I in the sense of not just free me, just let us out. It's almost just, bruv, just let this be done. Yeah, that's my first frame of mind. I just want everything to be now good, and we're all good again. Not back to normal because we can't go back to normal, but at least
That's a conversation for a different
that's-
day.
Yeah, but at least that overhang of Rona is not on everyone's mind, on everyone's head. That's my first frame of thought. Secondly, yes, if they said today that all restrictions are dropped,
Yeah.
Come here.
I'm actually out. I'm out and about,
Yeah,
bro.
I actually-
Not
everywhere, bro.
madness. I'm keeping the sandy on me. Probably
Yes.
not gonna be wearing a mask, but
Absolutely not.
I think I'm out and about.
I'm gonna talk
I
about
think
So
I'm
this.
out.
Rona's still in the air.
Mask
I'm
issues. the
telling you, I
problem
feel
for
like I've had that thing 5 times, right? Look, yeah. Look, not jokes, JK, obviously, yeah. But I
Might
think
have
I'm
started
actually out and about. I think I'm actually out and about, man.
Yeah,
Like, I
was
don't
saying
know,
this to
bro.
Carlos.
I at this point, I want to live life, bro.
Yeah, before you guys got here, I was saying to Carlos, like, you know how they want, like, basically, like, the flu? We've all just accepted some people die every year from the flu.
And I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was
I
that.
didn't even realize it was like that either.
Until, like,
But
last year,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, true. I do accept that a bunch of people die from the flu every year.
But you don't know that.
I have accepted that a bunch of people are going to die from coronavirus now.
Yeah.
So
But it
I'm
is the
kinda
natural
like-
reality of a
that's-
virus, bro.
No, that's even what they want you to get to a point where it's like, okay, we just accept it. That it's not
It's
that
very sad,
rampant,
obviously.
but the masks are killing me. So wait, hold on. You're wearing glasses, bro. Don't you just? It just keeps fogging up.
Ah, yeah.
Just put the anti-fog, bro.
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know.
Window wipers.
But
And then it just looks bad with the beard, and it feels uncomfortable.
it looks like a
Bro, you don't
It
even
looks like pubic hair
You don't even leave the house
coming
though.
out of G-string.
It does, bro. Everyone that I've seen with a beard on, the mask doesn't sit right. It doesn't go under the chin or
Yeah,
like just
no,
above
it's-
the chin.
that's
It
actually
sits on the
silly,
lips,
man.
bro.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Sits
you don't
on
even
the-
leave the house though, or do you?
Like I have to still do something like calls, whatever. Like
The
all that
little
kind
things, yeah.
No, not like I don't need it for obviously work or nothing like that. But it's just I'm sick of this whole thing. Just fire, get it over with. Aliens, come on.
Boy, you know what's crazy? When we tried to shoot this up before, we were all happy as heck, bro. The sun was shining, thinking about summer, and now.
Now everything's just like
Bro, it's almost dark out.
It
Nah,
is.
man, it's just it's wild times, man. I just find it crazy that people are still celebrating and having a great time out and about, man. Bare Snapchats with you know what I mean, hella food, you know, hella drinks.
Maybe they're just
I'm
not
pretty sure
listening
some
to the
people on
news.
some
Yo,
boats.
So they don't
You know what's wild?
what's happening.
We don't even care about traveling anymore. We just want to be able to do things in our own city.
Nah, bro, I've been thinking about traveling for
I thought this
so
year
Traveling
was
to
going
where?
to be the year where we fly.
travel.
Dubai or
2020, yeah?
something, bro. I just want to take a snap of my boys, bro. Standing on the sand dunes, man. Man got the little, you know what I'm saying, and the
Talking about
know.
Dubai. Dubai.
yeah, man.
let's go to Dubai. Oh no,
I'm down.
I don't know. I'm just kind of excited, but I don't really care.
About
I don't know. Like I think I just don't
Just
care.
doesn't care about
I
the
hear
virus.
I hear this all the time. I'm just
like-
like, I'm
Carlos
si-
has been let free. He's
oh yeah.
been out and about.
No. Don't, wait, yeah,
Whoa.
Like, cut that out.
Why'd you guys laugh?
hey,
Wait.
hey,
No
hey,
one-
Why'd you guys laugh?
hey, mute the mic before we can talk about this. We can't talk about this.
Yo, what you saying?
Nah, I'm just saying, you know, I just feel the same, bro. Like for me, it's weird because I care,
'cause
but I don't care.
Because I feel bad as a human being for being like, at this point, I feel like, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be fine. And that's a horrible point of view
Yeah,
to
yeah.
start getting
Because
to,
somebody has
this
a
is
grandma.
exactly. This is a grander scheme of
Yeah.
things. This is all of us in this situation, right? But you can't help but start to fall into that of like, bro,
Yeah,
just-
grandma's old.
You know, that's what I'm saying. You can't help but
Yeah.
fall into the thing of like, man, I'm just trying to do me, bro, because I got a life to live out here, fam. Like,
To be honest, like I know, what's going on around the world, but I'm not really focusing on that. You know
in
what I'm
terms
saying?
of,
Like, whatever's happening is happening. You get what I'm saying? But for me, it's like, yeah, hey, God, I pray that everything's all good.
Yeah.
The people, stay blessed, help them out, whatever. Cool.
Why you laugh?
But I'm still going to go on about.
funniest prayer.
That's legit the prayer I do. Keep us all safe.
No, because
Yeah.
like I don't want it to be about me. You dig? So, anyways, so it's like I do that, but I still do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because I do my own thing. Like this is not happening. Like I go for runs, no mask. It's weird as
oh,
like.
yeah, you're allowed
Yeah.
to, true.
But at the same time, I see people
stare at you
running.
crazy.
But I see people going for runs, and they have a mask on. I said,
They
"Damn,
have a
bro!
mask on, yeah.
Like I'm just doing my own thing."
People
what I mean?
looked
Like,
at you
I'm like,
funny when you
wow.
were going on a run without a mask or
Bro.
something, yeah?
Crazy. Everyone's just staring at me like these old people that I run past. I'm like, don't. I'm like, and when I see it, to be honest, because I'm like, I know I'm running, but I have no mask on still. It might make you uncomfortable. I'll just run on the road for a second.
Yeah.
I just go around you.
Yeah.
But people are like,
Oh my God.
you know what I mean?
It's so funny because I'll be at work here. Because obviously I've grown up my whole life seeing people's faces. Like all of us, right? That have eyes that can see or whatever, right?
What's poppin'?
So people rock up and they
What
don't
an
have a
inclusive
mask.
guy.
So people rock up and they don't have a mask on, yeah? I don't notice because your face looks like normal right now.
Yeah.
So I'm chatting. Good old time. And then the customer will be like, oh, like, yeah, how's the mask in? I was like, oh, snap. Oh, you ain't got your situation on, bro. Yo, bare time I'm seeing cats walk out all, willy-nilly, whatever. And then I see them running back. You know the Obama meme.
Get the mask.
To go get their mask, yeah?
Yeah.
But like so many people, like today even, someone walked past me and it wasn't until they had gotten inside, I was, oh, snap, you ain't, you know what? Someone will figure it out, bruv. But it's like, yeah, it's just weird.
Bro,
we're not used to
dumb.
this.
Like I keep walking through the shopping. I went to shopping center yesterday or whatever, and I was like walking through, and I see everyone's wearing masks, and I'm like, we look stupid.
No, hey, honest.
I saw a little kid. She has the face shield thing,
No way.
and I was like, fam, I'm gonna push you right now.
hey, but can we talk about how effective?
Smudge your face.
Oh,
How
man.
effective are they though? Because
I don't know. All I know is we have to do it. So like,
I
whatever.
don't know if I have to, but I'm thinking, like, is that really effective though?
Some companies are getting rich making masks right now.
Oh man,
That's true.
I could even. Culture Kings jumped on it.
Everyone jumped on it. Yeah, legit. And the amount of people I see on my Instagram selling 1 for 10.
Yeah. Whoa.
I was like, I'll have
Not
one.
the material ones.
Material ones.
Apparently
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ones that do nothing. Apparently,
Oh, word.
material ones
Oh, it's
do
just
nothing.
for drip?
Yeah, it's for drip. Come on, man. What you thought?
I don't know.
Come on, man. You know this whole
Watch them
thing.
all. I was like, oh, no way.
Yeah,
Durable.
reuse.
Nah, bro. Come on, 3 days is done, bro. Come on, man.
Jeez, man.
Ah.
That's crazy, man.
What else?
I had something that I was thinking about during the
Okay.
shoot.
Mima.
What you're saying, man? No, bro. I don't even know what to say about that topic.
Who? Who's gonna?
The one that got him cracking up earlier in the
Bro,
beginning
don't
of this
know, it kills
episode,
me.
right?
All right, don't worry about
What was that?
I mean, if you want to drop it, you can drop it.
it. No.
Obviously, cozy times, whatever. And for one example of people getting creative is this mask situation and all that, right? Like people making masks, whatever. Cool. On ya. But
This is not a sustainable business. 'Cause one day we won't need it.
like,
Fam, what if this is the rest of our lives? Like just standard when you
yeah,
go
no,
out.
I'm still trying to
It's
come to
actually
terms.
cool.
I'm trying to come to terms with what is this going to look like. I have had I'll talk about what I want to talk about after. I had a conversation with my homies. I was like, because we like to do like assessing our goals like half yearly, right? And we didn't do it June, obviously, or end of June, yeah. And I just started thinking, I was like, whatever I've thought I was like my timeline was gonna be for things. Jeremy,
It's changed.
It's Jeremy, relax.
Wait,
I don't know what this
I
guy's.
was
I don't know.
go.
Whatever my timeline for what things were gonna be, and like this and that. Obviously, I had some things lined up earlier. Rona did madness with that as well, yeah. I've realized like I actually have to start to look at it in terms of okay, what may this look like for me?
Yeah. I don't know if
100%.
like I think I've finally like accepted like nothing's ever gonna go back to
Normal.
what we knew as normal, right? Like I don't think we're ever gonna go back to that lifestyle again, where it's like just at least not for the next 2 years, where we just go to restaurants whenever we feel like it, just leave the house or people coming in and out like casual. Like I don't know what it's gonna look. I genuinely think it's gonna be more than a year of this.
I reckon, Yeah, you're right. Things are definitely going to go back to normal. And I think we said this last episode, when you change, then you realize what I'm doing is more effective. We're going to stay like this. So like last week, I had a Zoom meeting, myself, and then we had with teachers, a principal from another school. And we're just asking them, how's the virus? How do you guys handle it? How's the school doing and all that stuff? And then they're like, oh yeah, it's not bad, whatever. But with the parents' interview meetings, we did that online. With the expo and the all that future
parents are gonna
expo
love
stuff,
that.
all that online, right?
I love it.
And then I was like, wow, how did that go? They're like, they loved it. And you know what I said afterwards? I think that's how we're gonna do it from now on.
Yeah, bro.
It
convenient
just
for the
took
parents.
the one time
it took the one thing to say, hey, to be honest, we don't need to set up a whole stadium and get all
do
the
it.
teachers.
Ugly ass carpet, and then the
for
dividers.
How many days is like,
Goes on for like 2 days.
goes on for like 2-3 days, right? So then I was like, to be honest, these teachers can just sit at home, right? Makes their life easier.
Allocation,
They can smash it
time,
all out in a
whatever.
couple of hours. And
not bad.
parents can just log on at 7 o'clock, 7:15, they're out.
Yeah, 7:15. What? 7:05, bro.
7:05.
Daniel's a very bright student. He's just quite
Bugger
disruptive in
distracted.
class, and he's a bit distracted. Done.
Very bright
Thank you
kid,
very
though.
much.
Alright.
See you again next
See ya.
year, bro. That's it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah, bro.
Huh?
You're getting comfortable.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes that one thing, and then you're like, oh, snap.
Yeah,
This is better. So we're not gonna go. So that's why I agree
Yeah.
with you. Like, things are not gonna get back to normal. Even like what you're saying, interactions with people, the way that we used to interact, it's gonna be different to how we're going to interact later on as well. You know what I mean? To an extent, you get what I mean? Like now, people might be like, "Oh, a hug? I don't know, a handshake? Oh, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. What?
those things are gonna change. Celebrations are gonna change. You know, when you go to places, then you have to line up. Yeah. You know how they have the 1.5, and then the flashy tells you line up here or whatever. That's gonna stay there now. That's legit gonna stay there. Now it's like they're not gonna say, "Oh, running's over." Now you can be up right behind the person waiting in line.
Damn, so
Nah.
are we ever gonna go to concerts again?
Oh my gosh.
Oh snap!
I need it.
Are we ever gonna do concerts
Our
again?
concert
Are we ever
really-
gonna
Nah,
do
we'll
cinemas?
do
Bro,
those
we were meant to
things.
be at Stormzy when in May, and then they
And
said November.
I don't think that's happening.
It's
either.
not happening in November for sure.
We'll do those things, but I think now they're gonna add.
You're gonna be like, after you go to a concert, you got to quarantine for 7 years.
Quarantine for 7 years.
good stuff. Like the sanitizing your hands before you enter a place. I feel like that
That's
might.
calm. Well,
that,
I'm-
yeah,
I
yeah.
like
I don't
that.
fight that.
I like
yeah,
that.
I like that. But
I
now
actually like
it's
that
little
because-
things that's like, all
I
right,
feel good all the
Yeah,
time.
this is what it is from now on. But at the same
But
time,
now for real, man. Yeah, go.
at the same time, it opens up a whole other conversation in terms of I don't know how to start this. I'm thinking
yeah.
because it goes down to as times change, your workplace or whatever you do
Yeah.
is gonna begin to tell you this is what you have to do now on. So a perfect example is, so my dad last week, his workplace said everyone has to get tested. And there was like, there's not that because someone got tested positive.
Forge the test.
You know, I mean,
Or
it was
the
just, it was just like,
Yeah.
it was just like, hey guys,
Good.
obviously the case is going up. Not that any of you guys have it, but
just,
let's
yeah.
just be,
in
let's be
case.
safe. And everybody goes, we're gonna close down for like a week until everyone gets the result, and then we'll resume.
Okay, they were smart with that because I'm having workplaces that are like, or seeing some like, or hearing people's workplaces that are like, yeah, get the test, and then they're allowed back the next day
That is
after,
a-
after
I
they've gotten
agree.
their positive, like they're fine. It's like, cause they could have just caught the thing right after, bro.
I agree.
Like,
But then now it goes back to the next thing. Okay, no mask, you can't enter the workplace. That's fine, I can do that. And then now it goes down to what you were saying. Vaccines are out now. You need to get vaccinated before you can enter the workplace. Now you're there like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't feel right about it. Because, we got to understand that there's some people that don't really feel right about certain things, right? And then now it's like, and vaccination is the next level. But what about in 2 years' time? What is your workplace going to ask for before you can enter the workplace? Or what are shops going to ask before you can enter the shops or whatever, right? Right now, it's hard for us to think about it and see how it's going to look like.
Fresh, to be honest, if
But-
you really think about it.
yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, it's still very
We don't
fresh
actually know
what's
how
going-
this is
because
gonna
We
everything's
don't
still,
know.
everything's still very ad hoc right now in terms
We
of
don't-
how they're dealing
that-
with
right now,
situations,
keep
you know?
go
back
left
left, like
and right,
we're
but-
doing this, we're not sure about this, we'll try to do this, you know what I mean?
We don't know what it's gonna be like for if there's a generation of kids who experience a whole year of high school away from school. We don't know what that's
What
gonna
that's
be
gonna
like.
Yeah, we actually don't know what it's
cause,
going to look like. But then now it goes down to this thing where it's like, again, in 2 years' time, things can look completely different. And then now, morally, you begin to feel a way about how things are done now. Now you need to go to work to get money, but you don't like how you need to do this before you can enter the workplace. So then now where do you stand?
Yeah,
terms
I
of
want
that.
to. I want
gotta
to
quit
either
if you don't
talk
wanna
to
do it.
someone that is
See?
like a business guru or whatever, because I want to see what they feel industries are going to look like certain industries, like what's going to fail, what's going to be
Yeah.
booming right now.
Apparently, all the IT stuff's gonna go up.
Yeah,
So
for
even
sure.
like
Oh,
the HR
definitely.
requirements to get into those
Apps
courses.
and that,
Increase and that,
is-
yeah.
everything's gonna go
Yeah.
up. But then now it's like, and then also made me think about what if you have your own platform? That means that you can begin to operate within your own rules, kind of thing. So perfect example is so Nick Cannon with his platform, he was able to get fired because that was never his own platform, right? Now let's say we have this podcast here. Let's just say that we say something or I say something that the whole world's like, yo, can't believe he said that.
And still going to be
But
uploaded
you-
next
But
week.
I'll see
next
I'll
week.
see next week.
The next week, welcome to the distraction. No one can fire me.
Yeah.
No one can fire you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because this is our platform, right? And then I realized that's probably the only way you can fight the system later on when you have your own
When
platform.
you have your
Or
own
Except,
even
except
just-
intern V, we can still fire you.
I say it except for
The disrespect I get on this.
like one
It
love,
won't
one love.
happen.
But not the only way, but this is one of the ways where you can
Yeah.
kind of begin to operate things within, how you want to do it and feel
there's a
morally
difference
right
obviously
about it.
the owning your you know what I mean, self ownership of whatever it is, but also within the right industry. Because sure, you own your construction
Yeah.
industry, but you're not allowed to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, man, it's knowing which industries and owning ownership within that. But
Yeah.
Because what's the point of owning if you can't even operate in some instances?
And that's what I mean. The way it's like, we gotta start moving in a way where it's like, because at the end of the day, you want to do something that you feel morally right about as well. You don't want to do something
For
and
the
then
sake
you
of
don't feel right about it, but then you're like, this is my only option. This is the trap that we fall into when we say this is our only option. That's when people settle for less. That's the only option that I have.
True.
Right?
It's starting to hurt just hearing what I'm hearing, like some people talk to me about, man, because I'm just like, man, a lot of people really just feel lost and done
During this
with right
period.
now, man. Yeah, because
Oh,
like I'm
yeah.
talking to another friend and like he's just talking about like, what's like what like his plans and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, that uncertainty of like, do I know if I should do this now or do I have to wait for when we potentially might get some normalcy or whatever normality back, and it's like, is this even a viable career? Is this even,
Yeah, is this
you know what
gonna
I
be-
mean?
is technology
all
gonna
that kind
replace
of
my
stuff,
place?
man.
And-
So I'm just, hearing that, it's like, there's a lot of different angles that this has affected people and just trying to, man, it's just crazy.
I think with that, I think people gotta understand that we're all in the same boat where it's like, we are looking at our goals. It's like, bro, to be honest, this thing's not going to be here in 5 years' time. Like this guy said, things are going to change. Some careers the demand for it might just go down the drain. And some is just going up from now on. So then now you need to look back and say, I know this is what I love doing, but is there a way where I can also fit into... It's the same as like you were starting a business that's not going to be needed in 5 years' time. So it's almost like, well, you don't want to jump on a trend because at the same time, you still want to do something that you love. But then now you got to do some... Okay, example with business here. The number one way to succeed in business is to solve a problem that needs to be solved, right? It's almost like, okay, how can I make it easier for people to pay? How can I make it easier for people? And then that's how you form your business, and that's how the business ends up being successful,
In these
right?
times.
You've been reading this week.
And, a couple of books in, I was like, ooh. But that's the way that we got to think now, right? So last year, at the start of the year, we could say, what is the number one, whatever, or how can I solve this problem? And then now you look, that problem has been solved.
Yeah,
I can't do nothing about it. So then now
Cats
you,
were thinking about how to make iPhone cases and that, bro. Like, that was a pop-in business.
Right.
If you look at it, I mean, now, anybody want your case, bro?
right. And
I just
then
want to go to the beach. Like, bro.
it's madness. It's
Yeah.
madness because I was talking to like one of the homies, Jeremy. They were talking about like the jobs are not gonna exist, or not gonna exist, but like the demand for it's gonna decrease or whatever. And we talk about GPs, doctors, and whatever, all that stuff. Yeah, obviously they're always gonna be needed. But then he's talking about how technology is gonna begin
To
to
be integrated, yeah.
integrate into that and help you.
That's
The photo Carl sent today. The doctor's appointment. The doctor's appointment. It's just like you, some guy in front of a webcam pulling down his shorts.
Wait, what? I didn't see this, man. Oh, I was in that chat. Yeah, nah, I didn't see
But
it.
it's just talking about in terms of like how you
That's
can
how,
just
yeah.
write the symptoms that you have, and then you'll be able to help you. do that.
Algorithm can
Yeah,
assess
do-
this.
assess
Because
it-
they actually already have that.
Yeah, they already
so they've
have it,
got
yeah.
that. I think it was in UK.
Yeah.
They literally it scans through studies, and it's able to just scan through different studies.
and then be able.
Isn't that just turn
pull
it
up.
in essentially, but smarter?
the guy said to the
Guy
dude,
said to
but
the- yeah.
you know,
It is.
so like-
Like,
But
it
legit,
actually
it pulls
is.
up
yeah,
all
yeah,
of this stuff
yeah.
about like it was it's automatic. I don't think it's out there obviously just yet because all this
Yeah,
AI,
yeah.
you gotta be careful with all that, you
Bro,
know what I mean?
so have
But
you
yeah.
heard of this thing called the sandbox?
Yes.
What does sound
Okay.
familiar, dog?
So I heard somebody talking about it, and it's like basically there's some AI robots that are just learning information nonstop, right? Like so, all they do literally all day is just learn everything in the world about anything, right? And they're in like locked up places, like very very securely locked up, because it's like
If they get
if
out,
they ever get out of the sandbox,
Yeah.
we don't know what to do.
yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
There's this thing.
Hey,
that's scary.
this is a movie.
A robot or what?
Fam, this is just
Okay,
a random one. Anyways. This is a random one as well. Yeah, they're making like organoids and some organoids is like
False organs.
yeah, but so made in the lab, right? So, but they work, they
Sounds
function, they
straightforward.
function just like the organs, not like it doesn't look like a
Yeah,
heart,
yeah.
doesn't look like a brain, but it
But it
functions
just
as
Practice like
such.
what? Yeah.
So they
USB
made,
heart.
sure, they made a brain. They made a organoid brain, yeah. And they were starting to talk about like, is this a slippery slope? Because what if that brain now gains consciousness
And makes
It's
something else.
Not even that. It's like, how can you be studying this or inflicting pain on this organoid because it's conscious?
Oh my
Can you
Shake my head,
can you
man.
discard it when you're done with the study
Bro.
because it's a conscious being?
I was
like
thinking about
yeet.
this. Imagine we live in a society where robots are amongst us and they look like us, yeah? Like robots. That
So
have, like-
iRobot.
Sure. All right. Let's say you fall in love with a girl or a guy or whatever, and you
a
meet
robot.
at work or church or bar or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like you're kicking it or whatever, and then at some point you find out they're a robot.
Like, what do you do?
What? How?
Wouldn't you be able to know that they're a robot?
No, they'll outrun you, fam. You try to get away, and they're like, "Come here!"
What do I do there? My second year.
I mean, if
Elastigirl.
at that point they've been put into the community, I'm sure we're supposed to see them and
Distinguish
view them as
between-
no, like we're supposed to view them as one anyway. So if you fall in love
my
with it,
God.
Yeah, but obviously, man, trying to
You're
have
in
a
love with a
family.
robot.
Man, trying to do the family in
wave
that.
again.
You're in love with a
Mal was
robot.
back on her wave, yeah. Obviously, man, trying to have a
mean?
family in that.
Guys,
So
But you can't wait.
How you gonna have family?
People fall in love with dolls. People fall in love with weird
I'm
things
sorry.
now.
Has anyone
Wait,
ever
you know what I mean?
procreated
So
with a
your-
doll?
So
No,
your child's gonna come up as one of those little wind-up cars, pull it backwards, and then it runs.
Bro,
No, I'm sure if you fall in love with a robot and you realize it's a
look at this
robot,
conversation.
you're just gonna allow it.
To be honest, okay, wait. But how awkward is dinner dates gonna be? So how'd you two meet? You know, whatever. So where you from?
Bruv,
No, no,
what?
no,
Yeah,
no,
I'll
no,
get
no,
the
no,
steak. I'll get
no,
the
no.
steak. Yeah, I'll get the murder oil, please. Bruv.
It's not even that. It's, hey, why don't you ever get a drink? I'll malfunction.
What's
No,
going
the
on?
awkward question is, so where you from? Like, how do you answer that?
So are you close with your mom and dad?
Steve Jobs. Oh, I was thinking of Bill Gates. I was meant to say Bill Gates, bro.
what does Bill Gates have anything to do with it?
Because
Bro.
he's a science guy.
Bro, shut up, bro.
Rest in
That
peace,
was wrong.
Like,
Steve Jobs,
only
bro.
like
It's alright.
only 15 years ago, life was so simple. Like for us, we were just children.
I said 15. I was having a great old time last year, bro.
No, but no. I'm
talking about when
I'm
we were
talking
kids.
like, bro, we
Simplistic.
literally never had to
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about anything.
yeah.
It was just soccer practice.
Oh, that was
school.
amazing, bro.
Soccer.
You know what I mean? Like just swimming,
Oh, yeah.
whatever you're
Thank you.
doing, right? And it's like, yeah, let me go to my friend's house. Let's get icy poles. Let's.
Yeah.
That was the extent of it. Oh, like the most stressful situation was, hey, can your mom drop me home?
Oh yes, I love that, bro. I reckon my best time was like when I didn't have a phone. Like that was like between 10 to like, I don't know, 15, 16.
Any
that
technology at all?
beautiful.
Because
Hold
that
on.
Yeah,
DS, that DS situation.
Oh,
Nintendo
that DS wasn't bad.
situation is nice.
Yeah. No, for me up to
Oh,
like
you got
DS
Mario Party? Yeah, bet.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
hook up
yeah.
that 12
Parents
player
like,
right
to the
yes.
room under the pillow.
DS
What
PS2.
you saying about Nintendogs, bro?
Guys, it came to
Come on, bro.
When he
Oh, you
PS3,
played
it got too
Nintendogs?
far, bro. PS3 when the things got too far.
Yeah, once you could search things up online.
Wait,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, for me, that's where it got too far. Where I was like, I can't. And it's sad because I know my kids will never be able to have that childhood that I had.
There's no innocence anymore. I think that's the
Yes,
scary thing.
that's
There's-
what I hate, bro.
There's no innocence. Like everybody seems to know everything. Like even kids seem to know a lot. Like you see them doing these TikTok dances
Bro.
and stuff. Bro, sometimes I'm like scrolling through, I'm like, yeah, that's a kid. Like the kid.
That's true.
Guys, you're so right about that because my niece is only 4 and she knows things. My sister comes up to me and is like, bro, did you know that she knows what that is? I'm like, I don't even know how she knows what. Well, like, she goes to my brother's room and my brother is eating sushi.
Yeah.
So she comes out running, Carlos, Onana's eating sushi. I'm like, number one, how do you know what that
That's
is?
pretty cool. That's cool.
No, like I was like, how
But
do you know what?
that's the small thing. But obviously, how much more do
But
they know?
then imagine, she knows little things because bro, she knows some things where I was like, I'm shook. I'm like, I knew this when I was 14, and you know this when you're 4.
It's because they know how to operate technology.
Yes,
Bro,
these
legit,
days.
some of them
They know
actually
YouTube.
Some of these kids
Yeah.
are better with technology than their grandparents.
Definitely.
Like, they're
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure,
I'll change your
Definitely.
ringtone.
Yeah, they do. They know what apps look like. They know where to go. Like my niece, she watches all of these funny ass YouTube videos. YouTube Kids, she loves that app.
Oh yeah,
YouTube Kids. So she's always there, even in like foreign languages.
Bro, I'm
She
slapping my
watches
child with
videos
that
in
iPad,
foreign
bro.
languages.
You're not watching. I hate when
Bro,
when the kid is lying
guys.
down on their back or something. Oh no, not even. I hate when they look comfortable like this.
No.
It's in front of them.
bro. I
And
can't
then
believe I
the
kicked the
lollipop-
iPad away, bro.
The lollipop is there. Nah, I'm kicking it, bro.
Bro, I kicked the iPad away, bro. What are you
Let's-
saying, bro?
Let's see it.
when they're sitting on the sofa, yeah, and the
The legs are.
legs are only till the end of the couch, and they're just holding.
iPad is there. Nah, it's
Bro,
not happening. Bro.
I'm about like, bro, when they know
Yeah.
what app to use or whatever, because my niece knows like YouTube now. So she's got YouTube on the iPad. So she was using my mom's phone. There was no YouTube. She threw the phone away.
She said,
Cause she did this, she was gone.
What?
And then I was wondering why she did that.
Yeah.
And then I figured out that because there's no YouTube. You know what she says? She said, Carlos, there's no M and Jenny. That's what she finds on
one of the
YouTube.
shows.
Yeah. I looked, I was like, word. I was like,
yeah,
bro,
nah.
kids are crazy, but I hate it.
I don't want my
hate
kids to be like stuck to it, but I also don't want to be that parent that's
That
like,
keeps
no
them away.
iPad. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just,
yeah.
Oh, no.
That is the exact voice that I
It
hear
is,
them
bro.
saying. No iPad. Bro,
That I was
that's
thinking
the
about this
voice,
today.
bro.
The most annoying type of people are the ones that are like, life is just so much better if there's no social media. Shut up.
Let's think about that. Though.
I no, like as in,
Nah,
fam,
bro,
we
but
don't know
I
life
think-
without it,
I think-
right? And I don't think life is better without it. I don't think life is worse without it either.
Yeah.
But just to get onto that, like, there's people that are like, everything
So
about
anti
social
it.
media is bad.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah,
about
yeah.
social media makes us comparative. Everything about
This
social
is
media.
Oh, that's
good. This is
true.
good about what I want to
But
say.
Each
to be
their
honest-
own, really.
But to be honest,
You need self-control.
Exactly.
If you have self-control, if you don't,
Then you're
obviously
fine.
your whole day is going to be consumed around
Facts.
social
from
media.
what I know, I mean, from my friends that don't really have social media like that, like I'm
Do
taking
they
off.
churn their own butter?
It's like when I'm talking to them, I'm like, bro, you different.
You guys remember that Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, no.
Get away from me, yee!
Man, I know this as well.
This is when he's
Why do I
when
not
he's
remember
driving
all
the
these-
car and he's stuck behind the guy on the horse.
Oh yeah.
The Amish guy pulls up to him. Get away from me, yee!
You gotta.
I don't know
But-
what it is.
But damn, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, that just
Sharing
was-
their
The
butter.
guys
Now you
that
got a
you
couple of
know,
friends
guys
in
that-
Wait,
that.
wait, guys, hey, one at a time. You guys all jumped in.
We're
Your
so
friends
excited to
that
hear what
aren't
you have
on
to say.
social media.
Oh, okay. So my friends who
And you said
aren't
like
on
that,
social
like
media,
that.
yeah, like that. Thanks for that.
Like that.
So my friends who on social media, like that,
Yeah.
bro, I can already tell like they're moving different. And I was like, bro, you moving
What's
different.
moving different?
As in, they don't know what's going on.
No, stop that. It's like they're more
They're just different.
for me from
Can you
like
stop using your hands in the restaurant, please? I can't. I don't have Instagram.
Oh my god.
whoa.
Yeah,
Um,
explain.
I don't know, from my own personal experience, it's like the level of conversation that we're able to have is a little bit more different because now they have things to replace social media kind of thing. If that kind of makes
You know
sense.
what balance?
The way-
Such as
Because
what,
you
like
need all of
books?
that, I reckon. You
Okay,
do
yeah,
need to-
like more.
You need to just have
You need
all
to
of that.
balance.
Okay, yes.
But balance is
So-
so hard when social media is so good.
Okay. I think the problem and why people fall into a hole with social media is because there's a certain obsession with just feeling like you need to know everything
Yes.
and everything that's going on
Yes.
in people's lives and around the world, etc., etc. I think social media is great because you choose the type of feed you want, right? So first of all, everyone needs to get that into their mind. Like you can literally choose the type of feed you want.
100%.
So you're filling yourself up with experiences from everywhere. You can do that with books as well and shows and documentaries, cool. But it's like that real time as well is a bit different too. And that personal interaction is different as well. That's a great platform to be in. And as a young person as well, that widens your scope of different
That's what I was
things. You know
gonna
what I
say.
mean? There's an obsession.
Yes.
That's the point where it gets to an obsession and you're obsessed with just knowing all these things. But when you have that balance where you do your reading as well, you do watch your videos, but you are someone who's aware and is relevant with what's going on, that's a great position.
I think
to
that's
be
my
in.
thing. I think you need to use it for as much as gets you like aware of what's happening in the world and relevancy, right? Like as in, I really, for me, I find it weird whenever I meet people my age and it's like they just don't get the language that we're using, right? Or it's like, oh, what does that mean? And I'm like, you've never heard about lit? Like, that's 2016.
Man, I'm still on YOLO, bro.
The guy said, when do we skip YOLO?
Yo, that's wild, man.
Like,
there's actually people
Yeah,
like that.
there's actually people who still
whenever
use it.
I
I'm
see
like,
that,
alright.
I'm like, this is just, you know my friend.
Yeah.
Swaggy.
The guy said, "You know, my friend."
Like,
But you're right.
you know what I mean?
There's definitely a balance.
It's when people are dependent on social media. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
trash. But also being dependent on not being dependent on social media is trash as well. You know what I mean? When it's the opposite of like, I don't want to ever. I think just stay in the loop, but don't do more. Like, as in, just it is. It's have a good balance. That's actually what it is.
It's one of those where it's like it's good for like this amount of hours, but then when you go over that, it's like okay, now you're just playing dumb. You get what I'm saying? It's the same with kids when they're on YouTube. It's like when they're on for like an hour, it's like okay, you're learning. Yeah. But then now you're on for 5 hours. Nah, you're not learning. It's not that you're not learning, but
That's
now
true.
it's like now it's just too much.
Yeah.
So it's almost like there's that cap where it's like
You
if
have
you're
to-
able to monitor.
Your brain can only do so much as well and take in so much at some point.
Yeah,
right?
you
After
know-
that, you've pushed out all the stuff that would have been worthwhile to remember or know.
That's what I mean. So if you're able to say, okay, social media for an hour, 2 hours, okay, maybe that you're able to use it properly.
Man said an hour, 2 hours. That's crazy.
Okay, now for not all.
Not in one
overall.
sitting.
Yeah. Or is it too short?
Wait, not like 2 hours, kind of a lot, bruv.
Oh, is that kind of lot?
Are you thinking about in one sitting or throughout the day?
I don't know.
Are you talking about one
feel like
sitting or
throughout
I'm
the
throughout
day
the
it's
thinking
day?
like
pretty
one
standard.
sitting.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, 2 hours.
No, there are people that.
Yeah,
that will
yeah,
you'd
there
be
are, for
surprised,
sure.
dog. Like, no,
2 hours is a long time.
Bro,
1
you-
hour.
I would go by
you will
quickly,
be
2 hours.
surprised, bruv. Because
It would.
at 7 a.m. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep at like 9 or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's
8
this is
o'clock.
true.
You're
Guys,
scrolling,
I look,
yeah.
it's 11:30.
It's
Man
because,
said at 8 o'clock, it's 11:30.
it's because there's videos.
Guys,
Yeah.
and
I
that
guys,
rabbit, that
bro, and
rabbit
the
hole
videos
thing.
goes for 8 minutes.
Yeah,
you know those
yeah, yeah.
videos?
No,
They go for 8 minutes.
15-minute
Bro,
2 minutes,
videos.
16 minutes. Oh my days, bro.
Or you find yourself, you know them two random in the forest, building swimming pools and houses. You find yourself watching it for 15 minutes.
wait.
How did they build this pool?
It's not the pool, it's the home gym one. The guy's made a treadmill that has an incline. You know which one? The bamboo, and he's running on it. Why do we all? Bro, tell me why. Tell me
Because
why.
it's three
tell
guys
me-
or something, is it? Oh,
Tell
two,
me
yeah.
why. I watched a video at 12:30 a.m. like months ago. Yeah, how to fillet every type of fish. 35 minutes long.
Wait, what?
I was like, oh, okay, that's how you do trout. Crazy. Oh, that's a salmon.
Meanwhile,
That's
man,
great.
they're never gonna be able to catch
I've
these.
never done this
Yeah.
once, maybe.
Because this is how it works. The first hour, you actually searching out productive stuff. How to.
No, you're not.
No.
You went on
No.
Instagram, started
Or maybe they
scrolling.
say like on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're the first couple of.
How to change tire.
Yeah. Gustavo, my tire's
Yeah.
flat. Let me actually think
Yeah.
think ahead. then 2 hours in, you're searching up like.
I could do this
Some
DIY
random-
stuff.
Oh, DIY videos. I've
love
caught
it.
myself
I love
multiple times.
to
Those
build a
I
five,
subscribe
those
to
5 minute,
Bunnings.
the 5 minute
say it
ones.
so
Oh no,
much.
Bunnings. There's like 5 minute clips, and I've caught myself before. I've watched like 5 in a row, but because it's like 5 minute each, you don't realize that you're
That's-
sitting and watching.
That's
them,
what I was
you
gonna
know?
say. It's
Yeah.
the short form of
It's the
content.
short ones you watch multiple.
Trust me, TikTok is dangerous.
TikTok is bad. Yeah, I
Nothing's
realize
Bunnings, guys,
TikTok
so-
is bad.
Nothing is more than a minute, yeah?
Yeah.
And so you're just like,
Okay.
TikTok is
I want to
so
say something.
bad.
I want to say something with that.
Dude,
Yeah?
it's been 45 minutes.
Isn't that wild? Yeah, because for the most part, right? I know some people have interesting, dope stuff, whatever, on their feeds, whatever. But majority of the time, it's memes and videos and funny stuff. Yeah, there's a bit of a problem where we can spend 45 minutes.
Just chuckling.
Oh,
It's not even that funny.
like that's scary.
You know how rare it is for me to actually laugh, like genuinely
Man
doing the
laugh.
wait. That one, the breathe through the nose.
The two wind emojis out of the nose.
That one. Okay, but that's scary, man. Like, okay, what are we looking for?
I
bro?
don't know,
If
man.
this is how we're filling our time,
looking.
you know, that's what I'm saying. Here. That's the problem with social media
Yeah, for
when
sure.
that can happen.
Although
When-
I can see how if that's just relaxing for you.
yeah, but when you have lost 45 minutes
But that's
of
Yeah,
your
yeah.
day. Or an hour of your day, 2 hours of your, because there's 2 hour sittings kind of situations.
It's
you
not
know
even
what I mean?
that. It's when you've lost 2 hours of your sleep. You know,
Oh, that's-
you
yes.
No,
you
yeah.
got to get up at 6 regardless, and now
For me, that's the worst.
now it's 2 a.m.
6 a.m. alarm never changed. Your bedtime is never changed.
Yeah, you know what you
Wait,
do? You,
no,
have,
no, you
you
don't-
have to do the calculation. 4 hours, 7 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, because you know we say alarm, it tells you exactly how many hours left until the alarm goes
Yeah.
off. You look, okay, 8.5 hours. Beautiful, good sleep coming up.
Next thing you know,
3.5 hours left.
nah, should be right. Should be right.
Okay, quick.
I've done this before. I've faced tougher battles.
But you guys get mad, like motivated though when you're in bed scrolling to think you're saying like, you know what? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna work out good. Like, do you guys get these motivations
When you see the-
and then you go to bed and then you wake up and you're like,
Forgot it. Forgot all about it.
I don't know. I don't know. I've only
Yeah.
seen bare funny memes, man. You know what's motivating me is these house tours that I've been watching, man.
The architectural
so
design?
many.
I love it so
Nah,
much.
I'm watching man like Enes Yulibazaba or whatever his name is. Yeah, $12 million homes,
good
$185
stuff.
million
bro,
homes.
you know what's crazy is like I watch this stuff and then I
You forget the millions.
I
yeah?
forget that I don't have that kind of money,
Yep.
so I can't really be talking about what's worth it, what's not worth it. Because sometimes I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, he paid $8 million for that? What the heck? That's such a that's such
Oh
a
my
bad
God.
deal.
Oh my God.
What a bad deal, bro.
Bro,
Should have gone for the 7.5 in the Hamptons.
it's so madness,
dude.
yeah. Man will watch the $55 million one, and then I'll see them. Oh wow, this one's a cheap one.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say this one's not bad.
This isn't too
Like,
bad.
I can afford it.
No, but what's wild? This is random again. What I'm starting to see as a trend is the cheaper ones, $5 million ones are always so much better than the 55s and the 25.
You know why?
millions.
Because
Yeah.
those ones tend to be like castles and stuff like that.
Yeah, true.
And so, like, I don't want to live in anything like that.
Millions.
I was on YouTube the other night, and then watching like a workout video,
Yeah.
and then I was
So you weren't working out to it, or
no, I wasn't.
So let me see how you guys do this. I'll be motivated in the morning.
No, I was getting,
No.
I was getting ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, but I said, yeah, sweet, yeah, whatever. And I was looking through the comments here, and then the guy that's doing the video, he's like big,
Yeah.
no homo, like good body and all that. And then one of the comments was like,
Shout out.
dude, then one of the comments was like, dude, what are you even working out for? Just give up. Like, you won. And
you won.
then I was scrolling, I look at the video, I was like, yeah, you won, bro.
Like it's fine, yeah.
Like, I don't
Gotta
even
keep it up.
I was like, bro, nah, trust. If he doesn't work out for a whole year,
He'll be
still
fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
You won.
That's like The Rock. Like, if The Rock didn't work out for a whole year, will we notice? No.
Damn, man. That
You'll
must be
notice.
nice.
That's what's
Yeah, I was
matters.
like, bro, I died when I saw that. I was like,
Well,
dude,
his
you won.
insides, right?
I got something interesting.
Shemima?
No, we're not talking about that.
Oh, man.
Do you want to watch Shemima?
No, man.
We might have to
just
call this
kidding.
episode Shemima regardless.
Oh, regardless. innit,
Just
with the
because
face
you
and
just want to say the name.
Yeah, right.
That's a nice
yo,
word to it, though.
I realized, yeah. Let me pull this up. I'd like to quote myself properly, Ruff.
Quote yourself properly,
So,
mate.
look, like what I was saying before, I'm starting to see a lot of people do creative things during these times, and I mean, people are starting up different things, podcasts. Some are good, some are interesting, yeah. Whatever.
Some are good, some are interesting.
But like,
This guy just, yeah, shots fired.
but like we're doing, not enough. It's just like I can see how a lot of times people are just like, it's good to just try things, but sometimes you just need to know it's maybe not.
It's
gonna
not.
work for you.
I mean,
But look, yeah,
you need to-
I realized, yeah, I think we need to start getting curious about what our friends are doing and stuff, yeah? So, curious in the sense of like, when you see them starting up an initiative or a...
Get behind it.
Yeah, get behind it, man. Like, actually. Oh, did it jiggle a bit?
You just, you just spat all over your titty.
Oh. I thought I shook it too much and the
Wow.
boobies were shaking.
the
bro.
guy said you spat all over your titty.
So, look, yeah.
Sorry, you couldn't say your chest.
Nah, come on, bruv. You know
You
my
gotta be a bit
situation.
spicy.
Yeah, good joke, good joke.
No, we need to get behind our friends, man. Start because I realize there's a lot of talent in Melbourne in all regards. Yeah, not just like the creative in terms of like musicians and like
No, there's good
athletes and
artists. There's
stuff.
good everything.
There's everything, yeah. Yo, like I'm starting to realize because I had some friends that are doing something dope, and then I have a link that I can connect them with that does this. I was like, we need to like get inquisitive. Like, okay, how can I actually help you? Is there a way I can help with this? Like, why not, man?
Why not?
Like, why actually
Like,
not?
I don't lose anything by
Because-
helping you get in the room.
I know exactly, man. And why get in the room when, like, who are you showing off to in the room if it's empty, bruv? You know what I'm saying? That was you know what I mean?
Instagram?
Too bad the thing don't work. Instagram, yeah. But like, yeah, we just need to get behind our people in that. It's like, I started to think as well, where can you even go to find? Because like I'll be like, okay, let me find other podcasts in Melbourne. Where do you go to find this? Like you don't
Yeah,
type on.
bro,
Yeah, I was
Melbourne
trying.
podcast.
Yeah,
I was
you
trying
don't-
to do
You
that
don't
as
do
well.
that. It comes up with Jackie O and whatever on the
Yeah,
radio.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to find out people
Local who's
Nah, I
also
mean,
doing podcasts.
it's like,
and
yeah,
that.
where do you go
yeah.
to find out where your friends are doing these cool things or these dope avenues? It's like one, you have to kind of probably be in those circles or those
Oh yeah, definitely.
Find out.
to find out who's doing these things. Right now, it's an interesting time to do that. But yeah, we just need to get behind our friends. Like, there's some
agree.
dope things going on.
sure.
It's like
For sure.
finding out how you can help. Man, imagine, I just want to be able to build that kind of community / platform where people are doing so many dope different things.
absolutely.
And it's not even for the like, oh, I can do this and you can help me with this, but just the like, making a
Let's all
move,
win.
a move, man.
Let's all
of
win, yeah.
Just people doing so much dope stuff.
Photographers.
And kind of back what you were saying with our ownership. Imagine having the ownership of this sector, you know that you can help other people come up because you have that grassroots kind of mentality, you know what I mean? That's
So with that, I reckon there's two components to it, yeah. Because, I definitely go to what you're saying. Because, like, a few weeks ago, one of my friends, we're just having a chat and we're talking about investing and all that stuff. And then, obviously, it seemed pretty interested. I'm like, bruv, if you're really interested, I'm going to bring my laptop next week and let's do this.
yeah.
Week after, I sat down with him for like an hour, showed him how to do things. Like, bruv, thank you, bruv. I've been trying to get into this. Now, like, because it's easy when someone's showing you how to do things. They're like, bruv, this, I don't know why YouTube was making it seem so hard, but now I understand these things. And I was like, yeah, that's dope, whatever. So, by going back to what you're saying, our friends need to come to us and also tell
well,
us what they're doing, right? Like, he came to me and said, hey, Wagwan, bro, this is what I'm doing. What are you doing? Yeah. But then it's like, because I know a few of my friends are doing some mad things, right? But I look, you don't know that they're doing mad things. You get what I'm saying? Until like, or sometimes I might ask, hey, yo, so what you been up to? Then, they say things here and there. But I think we also have to have this thing where it's like, don't be afraid to go to your close friends and be like, hey, yo, Wagwan, bro, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying to go with it or whatever. So what do you think? Because if you guys don't know what I'm doing, then how can you guys
help?
support me with whatever? So like Noah's doing marketing and all that stuff. Because he told us that's what he's doing, right? So I got some ideas within that area. And legit, like last guy was like, hey, yo, no. So tell
going
me
with
about what do you think of this is that? That's because he came up and he told us what he's doing.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
what
that
I'm
was
saying?
another thing I wrote down. It's like we can't dismiss everyone. You know what I mean? Like
You can't.
I can't remember who said this. There's like, you can learn something from everyone. And once you realize that, you're like, okay, people aren't as, it's not as easy to dismiss them anymore. Because there's things where it's like, oh, I never thought I'd learn it from this person, but I have, right? And it's like, well, you're better than me at that, right?
and that's fine.
That's,
Isn't it?
No, that's great. Like,
Yeah.
if I want to get better at that thing, then I have to go to you.
Exactly, man.
I think with the whole learning thing, I think that's how I structured who I chill with, kind of thing. For me, it's like, it's weird as how it works because someone might say, hey, we're going to hang out tonight. Why don't you come through? I'll be like, okay, obviously, the cool people, also I'm close with them. Yeah, sweet. But then let's say I don't really learn much or I don't really, for me, it's like, okay, I might go. And then the other group hits me up that, the guys I really enjoy talking to, the guys that really challenge me, and I know that I'm going to learn something when I leave that night. They say, hey, yo, what you saying? I'm like, what you saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's not that these guys are this or that. It's just more of like, because right now I'm all about learning. You get what I'm saying? And that's how I can only get to this level because I just want to learn. You get what I mean? So it's like when the opportunity is there to learn, I'm always taking that opportunity. And that's how I formed that circle where it's like, if you guys were to hit me up, say, yeah, Carlos, we're going to hang out tonight. I'm going to put that above the other people who I don't really learn as much.
Yeah.
like, yes, it's probably fun. Or it's probably even more
It's not everyday fun.
enjoyable. Yeah,
isn't it?
like
Not
for me,
everyday
like
fun,
I
yeah.
went from
Some things have to be for the future, not for now.
yeah. So I went for more like learning and challenging over like fun and enjoyment and so on. It's like I know if I go with you guys, I know that I'm gonna have more fun. I was gonna be all laughter, but I'm gonna walk out of there with nothing. Right? I can't even recall what we spoke about, but all I know is I laughed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then now I was like, maybe I didn't laugh as much. But the fact that I was able to walk away with all these things and how to go on about these things, that's more valuable to me than enjoyment. Because for me, that's enjoyment itself. Learning. It's not that, oh, you're going there and then you're listening, you're like, oh my gosh. No, it's the fact that they challenge you, you're like,
Yeah.
bruv, I love this
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah, I agree.
You better say something?
I think for me, it's like everything needs to be balanced though. Like
Oh,
as,
yeah,
as much as
100%.
I do need that, like, like stimulating mental conversation kind of stuff and like to learn things and whatnot. There's also times where it's like I just need
Not a cat.
friends to be done with.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like legit. Like let's just be done. Right?
Yeah, I think.
I agree. But then now
but
imagine.
it's all about balance.
Yeah.
But balance when it comes to those two things, it doesn't look like 50-50. I think
Yeah.
we talked about this some
Ah,
point.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
might look like 10-90.
Yeah.
100%.
And that is the
Right.
balance.
That's
And that
a
is a
balance.
balance.
It's a good balance.
yeah.
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 But yeah, I don't know.
But then,
Shoot.
oh, you're going to say something? You forgot. But
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Because I remember, I think what kind of got me thinking about this as well is, so obviously there's some other friends as well that I'm seeing start something up, and then I also hit them up like, oh, hey, how can I help with this, right? And I know there was a point in time where these people would come to me to ask, hey, can you help with this? Can you help with this? And I was in that, it's almost that thing of like, I don't know if it's I didn't believe in what some people were trying to do, but I was just like, oh, leave me alone, like almost,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then now I'm realizing that was that they saw worth in knowledge I could give or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And that is a position that we should all kind of
Be-
enjoy being in.
Yeah,
You know, where it's like you can sow worth into people's lives. So now, yeah, I'm realizing, man, honestly, like if there's something I can do to help what it
I
is,
wanna do it.
obviously not stretching yourself too thin because again, there's a balance in this as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, why not, man?
because
Why not?
sometimes even just sharing the post is that's the
Yeah.
best
doesn't
thing for
cost
them.
us
Yeah.
much at all. And I think it also like speaks volume when someone comes to you and asks you for help, because there's we can get information anywhere, literally. Just type in your question into Google, you can find it.
Facts.
YouTube, everything is there. But if someone comes to you and they're like, hey, can I please get your advice or can I get your help on a certain thing? You should see it as like this person sees something in me. They see something in the knowledge that I have that they want to, they came out of their way to provide it. So yeah, I definitely agree in terms of like, be open to people and, help everyone out, because there's going to be a time where we have to go to someone and ask people for help. So we don't want them to turn away. Also though, I feel like some people, in these days, they're like, I want to do it on my own. I don't want to ask anyone for help.
That's
like they've
the
got
dumbest-
that kind of mentality.
Yeah.
So it's like if you ask them, hey, what can I do for you? Like, do you need any help? It's like, oh, no, I got it. Like, I want to be on the come up. So when this thing comes out, I want to
That's
say that
fine.
I did it on
You-
my own
you know what I mean?
type of thing. Yeah.
It's not by force, obviously.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like, that's
definitely.
fine.
You're walking to your destination. You got what I'm saying? You trying to get in the car, bruv.
Man, trying to zoom,
Bro, you trying to get in that Lamborghini, bruv. You can only get in that Lamborghini when your friends are, you know what I'm saying, bruv?
Like, to be honest, yeah, like I don't know, for you guys, are you more obsessed with going, okay, we did this ourselves, or it's like getting to the actual place, right? And
Getting to the place for sure.
I don't know, yeah, because like for me, all right, but then yeah, it's tough as well, right? Like let's say someone came up to us right now and was like, oh, I like your podcast, whatever. Would you want to come under our
management.
our group
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever? I would want to keep ownership, unless the bag is like crazy.
Yeah,
Which
might
case-
have to take that.
$100 million. That's what Joe Rogan did. Joe Rogan.
that if anyone who's got some bags laying around,
Yeah, but
Hey, wait, when Spotify went to Joe Rogan and said $100 million for your podcast.
but
Joe Rogan said $100 million.
But
Okay.
if somebody was like, okay, I can mentor you in this and stuff because I do this successfully, why not? I'm like, yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah.
And then I would feel no shame if we got massive and then like, it's like,
Like,
oh yeah,
yo,
it's because
shout
he
out
helped.
to-
Yeah, he
Yeah.
helped me. Of
Yeah,
course he
yeah,
did.
yeah.
But I'm here now. I
yeah,
don't care.
Definitely.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
girl.
wild, man. I saw this is probably something different, but it can relate to us just being open to information, but also how we're helping each other. This was some quote about in terms of like in when you're learning and stuff like that for your job, your career, whatever. there's this notion of like you're training for one job, but you're acquiring skills for like 13 or something like that, like over research. It's like we're such a broad bank of information and knowledge that we can't think because you're in a different field or something that I can't help you out as well. It's like, nah, there's these transferable skills that man, like it's dope. Like you're literally you're learning your thing, you're doing your lane, but your lane intersects with those other lanes as well somewhere. It's highways, bro.
Intersects.
Stop it.
You've got to pronounce your words better, fam.
What did I say? Intersects?
It's always said. I didn't even hear.
I don't know. I hate this podcast.
Nah, but you're right. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter like what field. You can always learn something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you can learn how to communicate better, and you're gonna need that in every single field. You know what I'm saying? You can learn how to, do this better. You know, this is from
Or even just
biomed
like
and finance, completely different things.
little life things, right? It's
little-
like,
Try this instead of that.
no, like I want to start cooking more. All right, let me talk to this person. I know this friend cooks all the time. You know what I mean? Like just little
It's all
stuff.
legit.
It adds value.
I feel like
to
there's
your
also
life.
the problem where people feel a sense of shame to ask these
there's no
things
shame.
as well, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just do it, man. I don't care. Just do it at this point, legit. Like, just.
But that also comes from like that. If you're part of a friendship group, where it's like if you ever ask a question,
And
people are
you
gonna
get
be
shut
like,
down. Ew, you don't know how to cook?
like, you know what I mean? Like I get it for jokes and stuff, yeah, because we're kind of like that at times.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But it's like,
we know?
what do you mean, bro? You're 23.
Why would you do that? So
Yeah.
sad.
Wait, hold on. You tell me you never cooked in your life? Wow.
Wait, only eggs?
Yeah, nah.
Honestly,
You gotta know the heart.
that's what guys do to girls, though.
Wait, what are you saying?
Wait.
What?
Guys just
Wait, hold on. She's saying we
girls
just did it.
can't.
We just did it.
Wait, you did what?
You said something. We're like, what do you mean?
Yeah, y'all are just.
Wait, no, explain. Sorry, I would
Oh,
like
no,
to.
this is totally like away from.
Nah, let's go for it.
this whole cooking thing, man.
Guys-
Like, why
Oh,
are
what
you
about
shaming
it?
girls for not knowing how to cook? Who
Hey,
cares
I
if I'm
was shaming
23?
men
Who
that
cares if
can't cook.
not me? Because I
Wow.
know how to cook.
Hold
But
on,
who
hold on.
cares if she's 23 and she doesn't know
To
how
be
to
honest-
cook? Let her be.
No, it's not. Doesn't know how to cook. It doesn't have
passion,
any.
no.
Yeah.
No,
Isn't that
okay.
what-
You know the
they
people
can
that
make
are like-
egg. They can
Make
do the
egg?
rice.
Nah,
but
but
they
if
can't
you-
make.
If you're flexing,
full
if you're
dish.
flexing egg and rice, though,
No, because people are always
I'll
like,
punch
"Oh,
you, fam."
okay, it's all right. You don't need to know how to cook, but if you can make rice and eggs, then that's a start." But okay, she can make
Oh,
that,
that's
but she
true.
can't
Bruv,
make
is
a
this
full
World
dish.
Division or what, bruv? Like, you can make more than that, big man.
Come on, man.
wait, no.
Just get frozen
okay,
food.
Okay, but then it
Yeah.
also, to me, it speaks to like your intelligence as well.
Hello.
If like, nah, legit. Like,
Hello.
let's say you're
Yeah.
23
Alright.
and you can't like. When I say you go to your friend for cooking advice, I'm talking about Carlos coming to me and going, "Oh, how should I cook a steak?"
Yeah,
Right?
because
I'm
you
not
know
talking.
how to do that.
No, but it's not even as. It's like we're talking about steak now.
Not
We're
like,
talking
how
about-
long should I cook this pasta for,
Bro,
bruv?
Yeah.
yeah.
Until it's soft, brother.
We're not talking about how should I cook a rice.
Man,
Like,
crunching the
Yeah,
thing.
like should I, like he's asking questions like should I go pan fry, should I
Oven
do
or
this? Whatever.
oven, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like so the packet butter chicken, how do I do that? Like I don't follow the packet, fam. That speaks
it's
to your
not.
intelligence.
to be honest, there's people, they don't know.
No, like I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? If someone doesn't know how to cook, they don't know how to cook. Maybe they have no intention of ever cooking anyways, and they got the bands to be able to just buy the food
That's
all the
okay
time.
too.
Or your partner just knows how to cook, so you're like,
All
"Alright,
that,
you know
yeah.
what?
So that's
handle
fine.
the
That's
situation.
that's fine. But it is when you're talking about like guys to girls. I don't think I keep the same energy with everyone. To be honest, man. If my
Guys
guy,
do it.
No, you
guys
don't. Maybe
not the
absolutely
guys here.
do
Yeah,
it. Guys,
but
the guys here.
guys here absolutely do it.
Why do we?
They
We're always
do
arguing
it.
about who's the best cook in that.
Yeah, but
Bro,
that's us. You know
I'm
what
a
I'm saying?
flat here.
I've literally said this on an episode before where it's like if my wife doesn't like cooking,
Say
I'm
less.
cool with that because
It's
I
calm.
like it.
Yeah, because you like cooking, but this guy says he's gonna keep the same energy.
7 days a week,
As in
got me
between
in my
guys and
apron.
girls, yeah.
What?
Got me in his
Bruh,
big
be honest.
t-shirt.
Why if you don't?
You'll be more
Pants on.
surprised.
We're having two conversations.
You'd be more
Sorry.
surprised if your guy friend can't cook compared to a female friend that can't cook.
What are you saying? I'd be
You'd be
more
more
surprised.
No,
Surprised.
because
The girl couldn't
because
cook.
you're saying you're gonna have the same energy.
I don't feel like I attach a gender to cooking
yeah,
anymore.
it's just a life skill, bro. You trying to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
but-
like eating?
That's it.
But I don't
Sometimes
know,
like,
man.
wait, you tell me you never tried
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
figure out how to keep your body moving.
But this is where it gets a little complex. You know what I mean? But because your friend could have grown up taking care of certain role in the house.
Yeah, there's levels to the thing.
That's what I'm
obviously.
saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So that's why
I said I wouldn't hold it to anyone.
That's
At the
why.
end of the day.
That's why I
It's just
can't.
interesting.
That's why I can't look at my homie and say, "Bro, what you mean?"
Nah,
but
but-
then I know that he's the only one that's really providing for his fam, or he's like one of the main providers for his
Yeah.
fam. So he can't go to work, do all this stuff,
And
then
then
try to go
come
home
home
and trying to do all that. That's what I'm saying. I can't.
But we're not
But
talking
there's time
about
to learn
guys.
these little
but
things.
we're not
bro.
talking
but he's
about
talking
Let's
about.
talk about anyone, yeah? Like if I find out anyone is the type of person, guy or girl, that's like every time they're hungry and they're home alone, it's just noodles in the microwave. That's
Yeah.
the only thing you can do. I think, like, to me, I'm like, okay, that's just silly.
What's
at this
going
point.
on?
Like,
Yeah.
it's one YouTube search, yeah. Like how to make pasta. I don't know.
No,
Like,
but there's difference
you know what I
between
mean?
cooking
Spag
once in a
bol.
while. Yeah, but there's difference between cooking once in a while because there's no food, and then
Yeah, no,
know
Actually-
actually how to cook.
Actually
Yeah.
cooking.
You see
Yeah,
the
yeah,
difference?
yeah,
because
yeah,
because
yeah.
I know friends who was like, oh, okay, you know, maybe once a month or a few times or whatever.
Yeah.
Where
I
it's
need
like,
you to at least be able to do that. That's it.
bro, that's rice and fried eggs. What are you saying? that's not butter chicken and steak, bro. What are you saying, man? Come on, bro.
Try to eat, bro.
Nah, bro, they eat it like that,
Yo, I'm
bro.
hungry, man.
Yeah, might have to lock this thing off. Bro. My eyes are closing, bro.
Think that's us?
What should I eat tonight?
Oh no,
I mean, what
butter
should I
chicken and
cook?
steak, bro.
Yo, Carl's got bougie all of a sudden. He's making steak like 3 times last
Bro,
week.
I've been
I
steak
got-
and
I
chips
got-
is
Yeah,
all
nah.
this guy. But I've been
Yeah, nah, I got-
cooking, bro.
Nah, because to be honest,
some
Hey, hold on.
reason.
You guys don't have plates. You're serving it on a wooden board.
On the wooden
Nah,
board.
nah, nah, nah,
yeah.
nah,
Trying to be fancy.
nah, bro, come
He's
on,
at a
man.
restaurant.
Hey, no,
I'm eating that, bro.
I have something to say about your chips, bro. They be looking a bit white.
I wanted to say something about the
It's not
steak.
golden.
To be honest, I think it's just my camera quality. I don't know, bro. But, bro,
Chips were not golden brown.
that thing is.
Be honest, it was a bit frosty in the middle.
it's
Yeah.
frost.
They were
Nah,
defrosted,
was,
that's it.
It
He
was
said put it in
not,
the
bro.
microwave.
Look, now
Oi,
they're saying
oi.
that you don't know how to cook steak.
Oi,
Now they're hating on your cooking skills. That's
Big
literally what I
man,
was
big man
saying.
thawed the chips and then he said, "Yep, serve it up, bruv."
La.
Come on, what's going on?
She said, Carl's not cooking. He said, just put ketchup.
Believe it or not, the chips was banging, bro.
Wow.
I
to be honest,
I bet it was banging because it was solid. Bang,
Bro.
bang, bang.
Nah, bro, the steak was
crazy.
nice, but I ain't gonna cook
Yeah.
steak for a while now.
Nah, yeah, been chefing it up these quarantines, bro. Like,
I cooked a whole roast chicken at the start of
or
quarantine.
yeah, you did. I remember that. Yeah.
I lathered that thing with
Yeah,
spices and
Nah, we
butter
out shit.
between the skin and the boobie.
Ooh,
I might do that
in the
tonight.
skin?
actually.
Yeah, in the skin.
not everyone be doing that.
Yeah, bro, because it keeps it moist,
There's
but it
levels,
also
bro.
makes the skin crispy.
There's there's
Spoken
levels,
like a
man.
Did you have the roasted potato and all that around it?
everything. Come
Saying,
on,
bro, of
Oh,
course,
man.
man.
All right, good stuff, bro.
All right, man.
All right, thank you for
Definitely
joining
good,
us for another episode of the Disruption Podcast. I
Yep.
don't know. This episode was a lot of.
I don't know.
A lot of everything.
Yeah, food, this, I don't know. That's it.
Yep. But we'll catch you next week. Thank you. Peace out.
Peace out,
A-Town.
A-Town.
Stupid ass podcast.